Hello and welcome to the December edition of Coffee and Kolache at the National Czech and Slovak Museum and Library here in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. I'm Cecilia Rakusek, the president and CEO, and it's hard to believe that it's been 1 year since we introduced you to Andrea Siebenman, who is our wonderful store manager here at this award-winning store. And in the past year, Andrea has done an incredible job of building an inventory for your holiday shopping that I guarantee you will be among the best gifts that you'll ever see, because these are authentic Czech and Slovak items that we can share with our family and friends. I guarantee you, Andrea, I'm doing my entire Christmas shopping with you this year because it's all so unique. So, and she's really built an incredible array of gifts, and we're going to talk about them, and you'll be able to order them, give us a call, or order online. So I'm going to be quiet now and turn everything over to Andrea to talk about this wonderful, wonderful array of gifts that you've assembled. Okay, Andrea?
Thank you so much, Cecilia. I appreciate the introduction and return, I should say, back to our Facebook Live program. Let me start from the beginning. And like Cecilia said, I have done the best that I could to bring you all of the items that are really representative of our culture and all of our traditions. And I hope that you will enjoy seeing what we have to offer this holiday season, and then you will support us with your purchase. We would definitely appreciate that. And so let me start with these fun puzzles that have returned back this year. I have been shopping for some fun puzzles that would feature a couple of the castles that we have in Slovakia, which is the Orava Castle in the northwestern region of Slovakia, and this is available online. And then the other one that we have is the manor or chateau in Lednice, which is a famous chateau in Moravia and is one of the most visited chateaus or castles almost in Czech Republic, because it's just gorgeous. It's a wonderful garden, manicured gardens, and so it's just a beautiful, beautiful environment. And one little trivia about Lednice is also that there is a garden and landscape school located, which is offshoot from the Brno Agricultural University that used to be. So
interesting.
Yeah. So Lednice is very special. Let's move on.
Wait, before you leave, this is one of Prague in the Charles Bridge.
Charles Bridge. It's a beautiful panorama of Prague, and we have actually two more puzzles that are with Prague, and there's the panoramic puzzle. This is the standard 1,000-piece jigsaw puzzle that it would be very fun to assemble and actually use as a picture.
What I love about the puzzles that you've put together, they really are for all ages. So whether you're young, in between, mature, and then you could, like you said, frame them and hang them on your wall. They're beautiful.
And just like this one, this puzzle of the Czech Republic, that one is 500 pieces, just like the other ones. And that's because we actually had quite a few customers last year that were asking for the easier kind of 500 piece. So I listened, and I hope that the folks will take advantage of those puzzles and will enjoy them.
And you know what's neat about this one is they'll learn all these towns and cities, so this is great.
They're all very educational. I mean, there's a lot of information about the history of different parts of the both countries and the history of the different sites on the puzzles, so they should be real fun.
Okay, this would be a great one as we start going into 2023 with the 30th anniversary of our democracy and freedom in the Czech and Slovak republics, to learn about the country and do a puzzle. I think that's a great idea.
And in fact, speaking of that, we do have, I have reordered the puzzles of Czech Republic maps and Slovakia maps. And those are excellent, and they are 2,000-piece puzzles.
I love it.
And they're excellent. They flew out of the store last year, so, and we still have a couple of each left online, so hopefully folks will find them.
That's a great way to pass on the tradition to your children, is to do that.
Absolutely, I agree. Move on. With puzzles, speaking of puzzles, we have some of the Krtek puzzles that are aimed for children. And we have so many different, I should say, variations of puzzles. These are two 48-piece puzzles. Then we have a puzzle with only 15 pieces, you know, for the kids that are still learning how to put the puzzle together. For example, this one is a fun puzzle, and it completes into these 4 lovely pictures. So there are 4 puzzles of 12 pieces each. So they're for different levels of difficulty for the kids. And then, of course, we have also a flat puzzle that has 40 pieces. So that's for kids 4 ages plus. And then we have some more online that folks can find. So Kurtek is back and in full force, and he's such a lovely character, and not just in animation movies, but also on these lovely toys. Of course, we have a 2023 calendar of Kurtek with his stickers, 50 stickers, which is really a good deal. And there are these lovely pictures on for each month. Of the calendar, so I think that would be real fun to have, and we still have quite a good stock of those, and they can be purchased online. The other part, the other piece of Kurtek we have is, of course, this little cute Kurtek in a hat. He's ready for winter, for the cool weather. And we have even a smaller one, a miniature one with a hat, so those have been very popular, so we have them back. And then also, speaking of puzzles, we have these little wooden cubes that are back, and they have been also popular with already our customers this year. They recognize that these puzzles are really nice for smaller kids to hold in their hands. It's a very good then they can actually complete into 6 different pictures, you know, that kids can put together. It's a very easy 12-piece puzzle. But it's kind of a 3D puzzle, I should say. And it's been so popular in both countries when we were growing up. That was basically what we were growing up with, kind of learning the memory games and puzzling. So I thought that was really something traditional to bring back.
Well, you know, you've done such a great job, and I have to compliment Andrea, because Kurtek is like the Mickey Mouse of the Czech and Slovak republics. He's a mole. Kurtek is a little mole, but everybody loves him. He doesn't really talk, but his messages and his films and everything is always good. Yeah. And Kurtek, everyone loves little Kurtek. So this would be, we recently had one of our cherished members come in with her granddaughter, and she said, "Who's like the symbol for children?" And I said, Kurtek. And you know, this is a great way to teach our grandchildren about our children about a character that's really Czech and Slovak, and he is so cute. I mean, Kurtek is just so, and you've done such a great job of getting so many things together for Kurtek.
And one more thing, would be a fabulous stocking stuffer.
Oh yeah, really.
So, and the little one even more so.
And you know, Andrea, you've gotten so many things that really, almost everything she has here came from our homelands, the Czech and Slovak republics. And because, you know, postage is so expensive, you've been able to really hold the prices. So I commend you. Thank you very much.
Yes, and hopefully we will be able to do that for a while. But then again, this is something that is really outside of our control, as everybody can understand. And so we would appreciate if folks will see. I mean, we will do our best to keep our pricing really competitive, really affordable, but then also we have to make sure that, you know, the museum is supported, and then also that we can pay our bills.
Right, no, that's
right. Speaking of Kurtek, I just wanted to still mention a couple of other things. We have this wonderful little cup, which is a porcelain cup. And we believe that kids would be, you know, enjoying to drinking from this cup, because it's a really well quality and well-made cup, and with such fun images on it. And so I do have quite a few of these at home myself, and you know, I'm an adult, but anyway, so I thought I would feature these. And of course, these were in our catalog this year. So I hope, and they have been also being purchased, so they're online. And then also in store, we have this little porcelain, little plate that has a little
drawing of Kurtek as well, and they're very nicely priced. They're like $11.95. So yeah, considering, like you said, shipping and all of the other costs, I think those are really good prices.
And you know what's neat about that? This is something you can pass on to future generations.
Exactly.
So you can pass
provided you don't break them.
right. But this is a great thing to pass on, right?
Right. So moving on to some other children's stuff, I would like to just point out to these puppets. These puppets are actually have a theme going on with them, and that theme is basically associated with our current exhibit of magic and mystery.
Wow.
So these are the little harlequin, and then Poninchilen, Chinel, and then this is the Columbine. And all three of them are associated with the carnival, with the mischief, and I thought that those would be really fun to have. And again, these were imported from Czech Republic, from Brno, Moravská Krása, that makes all of these beautiful puppets, and they're all handmade. They're all children safe puppets, and of course they're hand puppets, so they would be really fun to play with for kids. And then one other thing for children, this is something new that we have been approached with. This is a book of kind of poems, very nice rhymed poems that started in Czech language. And the author, Blanka Ježková, actually translated. She has a very good command of English, and she was able to translate those poems from Czech into English. They're so lovely. They're absolutely beautiful. They have a lot of kindness, a lot of, understanding of the world around us and the nature. And maybe I can just read you a quick little excerpt from it about nature. And it says, "Planet Earth is full of beings, mountains, deserts, seas, and rocks. Animals, herbs, flowers, plants, trees. It's hard to count all these folks. Every being is so precious. It is not here just by chance. It has its place, its own mission. No life's a coincidence."
It's great. And
it's beautiful, and that's just the beginning of that poem. And then the pictures are just as lovely. She had a very good illustrator who created all of these accompanying images to go with the poems. And again, this is something very special that we're very proud to carry in our store for the children to learn and to read in English, at least if they live here in the
and what a
States.
great way again to pass on that culture. I love it. That's great.
Absolutely. Speaking of children, okay, let's go back to Kurtek, because this year I couldn't resist, and we have ordered these lovely Kurtek t-shirts. Tričko. Tričko. And the sizes are between about 5, 6 years old, going all the way to 10, 11 years old. We have them in the store. And if anyone watching has received our catalog this year or shopped online, I would love for you to look at these beautiful little t-shirts, long sleeve t-shirts. One is in raspberry or fuchsia color, and this one is a hoodie. It has a little hoodie hood on. And what's more important is the design. The design on both was made by our beloved Czech-American local master folk artist, Marge Nadel. And so this little snowman that she designed is wishing Veselé Vánoce, or Radostné Vianoce, or Merry Christmas to you. And so I think it's just a beautiful, beautiful gift for the holidays this season. So we hope that folks will really take advantage of these t-shirts, and they're again online.
They're beautiful. I've already bought 2 of the blue ones for friends in the Czech Republic, actually, because it advertises the museum. But also, Andrea, you have them for adults.
Yes, I do, and I haven't brought one, and I apologize, but we have them for adults
she has-
too.
and-
They're sweatshirts.
And they're in this color. They don't have a hoodie, but
there's
there's
blue color.
And they're gorgeous.
And we're going to have them online very shortly. We have the photos now, and so they should be getting online as well. And so they're fun. They're very affordable. These kids ones are actually one of these is $20.95, and this is $18.95. And then the adult ones will be $32.95.
But those sweatshirts are great quality. I already bought 2 of them and gave them as gifts.
Yes,
They're really wonderful.
Yeah,
they're wonderful.
They're wonderful, and I think that design actually really stands out on them, and they go really together. So yeah, perfect. Okay, moving on from clothing to maybe something more for adults, and even though we have something for kids here too. This year we have something new. I brought in some really high quality, very good quality socks that are made in Slovakia by the company called Kolache. And these are really full-blown socks, and that are for children, adults, and have different designs on them that are not only for Christmas. And we have more designs actually in the store, but because of the capacity, we're not able to put everything online. So, but you always can call us or email us at store@ncsml.org, or you can call us at 319-362-8500 and extension 114, and somebody in the store will be happy to take your order. And the other thing I was going to feature is a return actually of the knitted items from the company based in northwestern Slovakia, in Chichmani, in the little village of Chichmani, where these beautiful scarves come from, and in different colors and in different patterns. We do have a red, kind of a darker red, and if you could see, I would like to model this beautiful poncho that is double-sided. It's a very high quality merino wool. It's combined with another yarn, and it just creates a wonderful, warm kind of feeling. And it's just something that I would like to really, especially ladies, encourage to consider. It looks a little bit different, but it's gorgeous.
It's gorgeous.
Just a gorgeous accessory, and it's very, versatile. It can be worn during the day inside. It can be worn outside if it's not too cold. And we have different patterns. This is a very kind of a bold pattern, I would call it, while we have another one that has that very nice detailed Chichmani pattern. And again, it's reversible. And these are, again, available in our store.
And you have them in different colors too, right? Black,
I have the Bordeaux or dark red. We have a gray. We have a black
Wonderful.
and white. And then we have a blue.
They're wonderful.
Blue is in the same bold design. So yeah, I mean, these are really such nice and high quality items. And in fact, this year I would like to introduce something else. So these are gray items, and we do have our gray poncho as well. But this year I have also arranged for ordering this headband, which is wonderful because it's, first of all, it's reversible. You can fold it in half, put it on your head, and then you can also put it,
Love it.
yeah, and then you can also put it as your neckband.
Yeah.
You can protect yourself, and if I do this, so you can protect yourself and put it as a neckband too.
Do you know what I use that for?
No.
When I'm traveling, I get so cold on my neck. And so I take one of those, and when in the airplane, it's great in the airplane because when the air is coming down, it's great in an airplane.
And it fits really nicely. So I would encourage anyone who likes this kind of a knitted item to consider that.
Yeah. And it's such a great conversation piece because when you're telling people about it, you can say this is from Chichmani, what Chichmani is, and the history behind it. It's really wonderful.
Yes. All right, so these are fun knitted and kind of clothing / items. Let's move on to some more of the adult items as well. I would say this is a manufacturer cosmetics that has been featured in our store for some time now, and I thought it would be really fun to put it in the catalog, especially with these two items for gentlemen, because one features a car and the other one features a bike. Even though I know that women drive both, cars and, but this is specifically with the scents. They have been really designed for men, and I thought that they were really fun and really very pleasant scents. All of the manufacturer cosmetics are made 95 to 97% natural. They are sourced, they're sourcing their herbs and all of the components mostly in Central Europe, if they're not growing them directly in Czech Republic or Slovakia. Okay, and the fun part are these beer cosmetics that have been extremely popular, and we have brought in this extra soft shampoo this year, and then the regular shower gel, and then also we have this fun beer soap, okay, bar soap. And then for women, also we have this wine-based cosmetics, and this is really beautiful. I mean, everybody really loves it, and it's a very good deal for such a natural, almost organic product. And then for the stocking stuffers, ta-da! This is what we have. We have these little samplers of different most popular scents and that they have, that manufacturer has produced, and the Trnka, which is like blue, I can't translate it right now, the name of the little bush that has little thorns. It's a hawthorn.
Okay.
Maybe it's a hawthorn. And so these are going to be lovely stocking stuffers as far as I'm concerned, and they're really, really fun.
Well, I have to tell you, I started using Manufactura probably 15 years ago, and I'm so glad you got it, because I used to have to go, now I can get it all here. And I will tell you that my better half loves the beer shampoo. The beer shampoo and beer shower gel.
And the beer shampoo has been so popular. It's been, I mean, I had to reorder since I started ordering it, so that has been very, very good for us to
And this is
carry.
so great, for example, these beer products, to give it as a gift to someone, and then talk about how the Czech consumption of beer, the highest in the world, and 88.7 liters.
It's very appropriate,
so
because
it's very
it really goes along with the culture in the Czech Republic of beer drinking, but this has some additional health benefits for you. Moving on to the next set of items here that are being displayed. I think we haven't had this in our store for some times, and I think this is still being very popular in both countries, in Czech Republic and Slovakia. And this is basically a onion. It's an onion porcelain that has been very valued and has been used in both countries in so many different ways, because the makers of the porcelain actually put the pattern on so many different wares, dining, serving ware, I mean, you name it, they have so many different items. And there have been a lot of households in both countries that have been collecting these for many, many years, and they are being inherited from generation to generation, because they're not, something to just buy every day, of course. But I thought it would be really fun to bring something, some unique samples of this onion porcelain. One of them is this plaque that says that this household is blessed, and give Lord them happiness, give them happiness. And then the other very practical piece is this little container with a wooden lid on top of it. And then we have some more items, of course, in the store. There are trays there are different oval trays that we have, and we have a new shipment actually coming in, so I can't wait. I ordered some more. And these are actually placed on a crocheted, a beautiful doily that was made in Slovakia by a woman who really is very good in crocheting. And then also she has made some Christmas decorations. There are like the little snowflakes. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. We have it displayed now in the store.
So the doilies are for sale in the store?
They're for sale in the store. We have another one here, but we will come to it in a moment. And
can I just say something? A lot of people will probably remember this as Cibolac. Is that the Cibolac?
Cibolac.
And this is so incredibly special. And I used to have some and it accidentally it got thrown away or given away. And I was just sick about it. So now I'm starting to slowly collect. This is my favorite. This reminds you of Grandma, Grandpa, and to this day, the Cibolac is like the real quintessential our dishes. Those are our dishes. So yeah, Cibolac is very, any special piece you can get is one that you'll want to hand off to generations.
Right. And it's fun because many people would know, for example, Delft.
Yes.
Pottery, you know, in Holland, in the Netherlands. And yes, it was probably adopted from somewhere. It kind of traveled the skills and the patterns. Somebody adopted it and then created the local, and it became the Cibolac, basically.
Yeah,
so,
wonderful.
And in Germany, of course, they have Zwiebel porcelain too. So, yeah, it's very, very fun to have, and I hope that folks will enjoy purchasing some of these and keeping them for their home. And another very special item this season is the third edition or third part, I should say, of our very popular cookbook made by Jarmila Hlavková, A Taste of Slovakia. And the third part is the winter, is right here. And in this part, Jarmila is basically, if it's winter, of course, it's all about the holidays. For example, how to make the wafers, the Christmas wafers, the traditional dishes, the baking, and you name it. I mean, she has done an excellent job. Again, the traditions that are associated with different days in December, you know, coming up to holidays and gearing up towards the holidays, the special Christmas time, fried carp and the potato salad, and then many, many different recipes for cookies. The traditional cookies are here. So again, this is something really special, and I was so happy that she was able to finish this cookbook. And when I was in Slovakia in September, she gave me just one test copy so that I could take it and make photos for the catalog. So that was very special. It was very nice to meet her. She's a very, very humble woman, but then she has done really something very special for the Slovak cuisine and traditions.
And what I like her artwork,
and I would only finish, I'm sorry, that in addition to the holidays, she's also covering the weddings.
Yeah, she put
the wedding in Slovakia.
A whole wedding ceremony. I love it. You know, the what do you call that? The
Chepchenie.
She's got the whole
of the bride. Yeah.
So wouldn't this be a great gift for somebody getting married?
Absolutely.
This would be a perfect gift for somebody getting married.
Yeah, absolutely.
This would be this is filled with tradition. I love this. This is really.
Yeah, she has done an excellent job, and I just love for her, you know, to continue and create the fourth part, which would be the spring. So hopefully that's coming up soon. All right, and I just wanted to highlight something that we still have in the store, which is the paper Bethlehem by Josef Vlada, or creche scene. So, and this is really something fun that folks could purchase for the family and then put together under the Christmas tree. It's very easy to put together, and Josef Vlada, that's a household name, and especially for Christmas. We do have some postcards from Josef Vlada. We did have a desk calendar from him too, but it's sold out already.
Oh, you're kidding.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So,
because if people don't know about Josef Vlada, they really should look him up because he really is.
We're hoping that next year we're going to be able to get the regular a kind of a standard grid calendar with his pictures, because they really deserve that. But even the desk calendar had a lot of fun images. Moving on to something maybe a little bit more serious, but still very traditional, very typical, and somebody that is a symbol, very, very big symbol of Czech Republic and Slovakia too. I mean, Alphonse Mucha and his Art Nouveau movement, of course, is associated with his life in France, when he was creating all those beautiful posters of ladies and Sarah Bernhardt and all of that. But maybe not that many folks are familiar with the fact that towards the later part of his life, he actually created this enormous collection of 20 reasons why I thought it would be resonating with folks to have this kind of a reminder, you know, of what Mucha has done. And speaking of Mucha, this is one of our most selling books, believe it or not.
Oh, interesting.
This was actually created and put together in Japan by a Japanese author. But the reason why we carry it, there is some English translation and introduction, but the reason why we carry it is because the quality of the presentation and the way that the images have been put together is just stunning. It's really, I mean, people don't mind actually that it's all in Japanese mostly. And basically they buy the book because it has a collection of all of these excellent images of that Mucha painted and created during his lifetime. And guess what? Towards the end, guess what there is? There is a Slavic epic.
Wow, that is incredible.
So
That's
whoever is interested in Mucha, I would certainly highly recommend this book, because it's a must. It's a must. And then finally, finishing with Mucha is this little special T-shirt. We have it in 2 sizes, medium and large. And I thought that this would be really fun to have this year, you know, celebrating Mucha in its own way. And so we have this in our store. These are not online right now. But, you know, you can always call us and you can email us and we will be sending them to you.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Okay? And that can fit men or women. That's such a great design.
Yes, it is. And it's a generous size too.
Yeah, that's great. This was a medium that you showed up?
This is a large, actually.
Okay.
This is a large size.
That's perfect.
So
okay, great.
It should fit. Yeah.
Very good.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your attention so far. And
now we move to what I call, someone said to me when you had our volunteer and member open house, the only place and the best place to buy ornaments in the United States is the National Czech and Slovak Museum, because they're authentic.
Yes, and I agree with you, Cecilia, because this year I made sure we have imported the ornaments from Czech Republic and Slovakia alike. The ones that are here on display, most of them are from Czech Republic, and I will explain. So I thought I would present these here or showcase these ornaments here, excuse me. And I think these are such beautiful way of displaying your affiliation with the Czech Republic. This is a Prague castle on the other ornament. So this duo is just wonderful gift. Yeah, absolutely. And I thought that they were really fun to have and carry. We have some variations of them with another ornament, one ornament being the Czech flag and the other one being the meadow. And then I believe we have a third one that is featuring a church in the winter. So that would be a very nice
This is a
Christmassy
gift, a
one.
perfect gift for somebody who has everything. This is absolutely something that they
Because they don't have it.
They don't have, yeah.
No.
So this is something so unique, and I
Right.
love that's
Yes.
incredible.
Yeah. Another fun ornament that I imported this year is the one of Bitcoin. And I know that Bitcoin has been going through a lot of ups and downs this year. But I think that some who would have, the flair for fun and, who knows somebody who is actually into Bitcoin and they have some accounts, that would be really fun to have.
You know what else?
Yeah.
If whatever happens to Bitcoin, we don't know, this could be a collector's item, because
Absolutely.
in history, if Bitcoin goes away, this is it.
Yeah.
This is it, or if it expands, that's it.
Yeah. Another ornament that I would like to really feature are these two incredible dolls that are Moravian dolls. That's how the ornaments have been coined, and these are absolutely special. I mean, if you look at the work that has been done with them and the decorations, is just incredible, and they're wearing their kroje, so anybody not even from Moravia would probably fall in love with them. They're just so gorgeous. They are a little bit on the pricey side because they are really very special form. They had to be decorated differently, so you can again always call us or email us, and we will be happy to follow up with you on purchasing these.
You know, when I saw those,
Yeah.
you know what I thought of? So many of our communities, whether it's Oklahoma, Kansas, Nebraska, South Dakota, they have the Miss Czechoslovak U.S. pageant. Wouldn't this be great for one of the queen candidates, or as a
yes,
gift?
as a prize.
That would be
yeah,
fabulous.
absolutely. I agree with you. Yeah, that's a great idea. And I hope that folks will consider
Yes,
that
definitely.
for that purpose.
These are one of a kind, so that
Yeah. And not to kind of outshadow somebody who has been toiling here locally. And again, I would like to feature her here because she absolutely deserves our appreciation, is Marge Nadel, who has created this beautiful pattern of the Canada geese in winter. And Canada geese, she called them gather together for Christmas, for the holidays. And you might ask, why Canada geese? Well, it's because they're very quintessential for Iowa. We see them all year long, and they're just, I think it's a very whimsical, very lovely design this year, and we picked this beautiful iridescent kind of green color, and that's a gorgeous background for this. So again, this is a limited edition ornament. So we have only so many of them, and they sell for $38.95, and they're for sale online as well.
Well, Marge does this each year, and some of them have sold out over the years. So
Yes,
I know
yes,
people do
so-
collect them, so I really
So
encourage
whoever
you.
is a collector, please make sure that you get yours this year before they go away.
And I saw in someone's house on their fireplace, they had all of them in a hanger like this, because these are very reasonable, these hangers, and they had all of Marge's ornaments. It looks stunning. It looks stunning.
That is fantastic.
and
That's
so-
a great way to do it.
And they're, because they really
Yeah.
are one of a kind. And with the goose, what I thought of it is many of us growing up would always have goose for dinner on Christmas.
Oh.
So this is kind of a tradition too.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's keep the goose on the ornament.
Okay, right.
for now. And speaking of ornaments, I would like to actually mention something that has been very new for us. Well, actually, this is not very new for us. This is a Modra ceramic, Modra pottery, Modra Majolica. And this is their traditional pattern that many of you may recognize who are familiar with Modra, perhaps pottery, over the years. And so, just so you know, we have these beautiful Christmas balls. You can use them for Christmas, decorate. Of course, they're a little bit on the heavy side, so I'm not sure about the tree, but we have stands, or you could use them a different way. But anyway, they are really fun ornaments.
Do you know
this
how I
year.
saw them displayed in Slovakia with one of my friends' house? She had about 6 of them in a little basket.
Yeah.
And it was stunning. It was
Yes,
just beautiful.
absolutely. And that's how we have them displayed in the store, actually, in the basket on top of a little the straw. You know,
Okay,
there's
right,
a straw bottom. And finally, I would like to bring your attention to these 3 beauties, which are absolutely stunning and absolutely new to the store. And these are ornaments that are hand painted. Each one of them was hand painted by a woman in Morava, Pani Boženka. And Pani Boženka has made these, and when I saw them, and when I looked at them, and I'm like, these are so gorgeous. And so I picked these 3 different colors, the traditional Christmas colors, so to speak, the dark blue, the green, and the red. And each one of them has a very distinct, different design on them. So, I mean, I just bow in front of that woman. I mean, she's so skilled. And this is just showing you that the tradition of that folk art still really lives very much so in Morava, in Moravia, in that region, and around the other countries. So, so I would say these are really special this year, and I'm very, very happy that I was able to work with her basically from like a springtime until she made special quantity for us. So again, something very new for us, and it was featured in our catalog as well. And so each ornament is available online.
I love it. And again, I'm going to reiterate what I said. This is the perfect kind of gift to give to someone that can be passed on to future generations. I know when we were cleaning out my parents' house, there was they had a lot of Christmas ornaments, but I just kept the ones that I knew were from the Czech Republic, and that's something you pass on to people.
Absolutely,
right?
absolutely. I very much agree. So all of these, you know, that we have featured, all these ornaments are really in that category of keepsakes, you know, the family keepsakes that will hopefully be passed on to the next generation in the family. Or wonderful gifts, you know, to whoever to help them start appreciating
I have to say,
our culture.
Do you sell? I love these with 4 ornaments, so you can actually hang 4 ornaments on here. You have those for sale in the store?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, you know, I've got the one.
Those are in the store, yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
And
We can hang 4 ornaments. That's super.
Those are excellent.
So if you live in an apartment and don't have a lot of room for a tree, this is perfect.
Yes,
Perfect.
yes, that's a very, very practical little hanger for the ornaments. And the finale is our stars here that are the jewelry from 3 different sources, so to speak. And I would like to start with the garnets here in the back that are the work of handiwork and masterwork, I would say, of our good friend in New York, Catherine Kornblow, and her KJK Jewelry Workshop, that created these beautiful pieces of jewelry from the garnet that is not a Czech garnet, because garnets are found in different parts of the world, but they're in the shape of the tear shape. And look what she did with it. I mean, it's just beautiful how they all put together. So we have a 3-strand choker. Then we have a 1-strand choker or necklace, and then we have these beautiful little earrings that feature 5 of the tear-shaped garnets on each. And so these are such beautiful and lovely, you know, pieces that I was very, very pleased to have her, you know, give to us.
Oh, yeah,
and this is sort of a prelude to something that we may have next year.
Well,
Do
it's
you
looking
wanna
quite
talk
good.
about
Thank
that?
you, Andrea.
And that was one of the reasons why I asked Catherine to actually, you know, to buy these from her, because I thought that this would be really something to
Well,
give
next
folks
year
a
we are planning
little
an
taste.
It's very close. We already sort of signed the papers. We're working with the National Museum in Prague to have the garnet exhibit from there here. And what's unique about it is this will be the last time they're ever going to loan it out. Because in 2025, it's going into the permanent collection
Oh my
at the
gosh.
National Museum.
Okay.
So we will be the sort of final. So Stephanie and her
Okay.
team are doing a great job, and we met with the people from the National Museum. So this will be great. So come, because next year we're going to have the royal garnets from the Czech Republic.
Yes, and so I was very pleased
great.
with Catherine to be able to help us bring these her beauties into our collection now. The next pieces are these lovely wire necklaces that have been, again, very popular in the store.
Beautiful.
And these are specifically with, as you can tell, Christmas colors on them. And I am also wearing one for just as a sample of how it looks on your neck. And this is a gorgeous piece with the silver coating. The standard coating can be the black or brass coating. So the manufacturer, the producer, makes them in different configurations. And they're all hypoallergenic, so they're all coated safely in a way that would not, you know, create any issues for you. And they're so easy to wear. You know, you just do this, and the necklace is off. You don't have to mess with anything in the back, and that's where it is. And we do actually have matching earrings for this one. So if you are interested, again, you can just call our store or email us, and we would be happy to help you order and purchase these from our store. And
well, these are all individually handmade. She makes them individually, and they use Czech.
They use Czech glass beads, glass that is being, you know, specially kind of formulated to give it this beautiful kind of a matte sheen, you know, and opalescent sheen.
Gorgeous.
And then she uses, of course, the Czech crystal pieces that complement each piece. So yeah, they're very, very neat, and they're such beautiful and versatile designs. Then you can wear them not only for Christmas, you know, these can be used at any time, provided you have red or green. I mean, they can be really, really fun
I had a lady.
wear.
I had a lady that bought one. You know what she told me? She said it was the lightest necklace she ever wore.
Yes,
because
yes,
she said she was
absolutely.
more mature.
Yeah.
And she said every necklace I wear is kind of heavy, but this one was so light.
Yes, and that's a very good observation, and I would agree with that. And so the kind of a star of the show today is something that Cecilia is also wearing, and I asked her to help me wear it. You can put it actually on there. Can you see it? To zoom on it, because it's just the gorgeous piece of jewelry.
It is beautiful.
And this is again made by Slovak designer and artist and producer and manufacturer in one, Katarína Žiaková. And I have worked with Katarina since earlier this year when I imported first pieces from her of jewelry, and that have been very popular, very successful. Because they're just, it's all made from the surgical steel, and they are really safe basically for those who can tolerate the surgical steel. And basically they are done in a way that you just don't see anywhere. And her jewelry is currently, we're the only store in United States, as far as I know, that is carrying her jewelry. So I am very, very proud of that and pleased with that. And she absolutely deserves this kind of recognition, because For example, these ladies that are featured as pendants on these chains are representing the women in the poetry, in novels that have been very, very popular, that have been the kind of symbol of the Slovak history, of the Slovak nation, and she borrowed names even for these different women in their different dresses. So we have 3 different patterns actually, and you can see it on the apron of each of those pendants, the women, and each one is different. And so we have very, very limited quantity of these, so if you are interested, let us know. But I think that what she did with this was just really ingenious and very, very nice recognition of the women that have been mentioned in the literature and that have certain role. Hajníková žena and 2 others, Hanička and one other woman. So, and then last but not least, and maybe last piece should be this little pendant with the 2 doves. Speaking of weddings that we had previously mentioned, I think this would be just a gorgeous gift
lovely.
for a new bride or wearing, because the 2 doves, you know, we have it in our we have the symbol of 2 doves as representing newlyweds that are keeping their love and going strong. So that's what it represents. We do have small earrings with this necklace too. So if you are interested, again, just let us know. And of course, besides these featured items this year in the catalog, the pendants of these 3 women, we also have a lot of other items from her, beautiful post earrings with lovely other ornamental kind of designs. And she draws her inspiration from the folk art,
Yeah, that's what I love about it.
embroideries, and you name it. I mean, she even, in her blog, she shows, you know, where she got the inspiration for different pieces. And she also represents different folk regions of Slovakia in her art, in her jewelry. So I think it's, again, something that, you know, could be a heirloom piece for a family.
I love it.
I know it's not the cheapest item, but then again, it's something to cherish for generations to come.
And I congratulate you for getting her and for us being the only place here to get it. So,
Absolutely.
and again, it's that connection. And I love her work because it's so folklorish.
It
Plus,
is.
it's modern and contemporary.
It
It's
is.
a combination.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's a very good blend of the tradition and the modern approach to the art and the jewelry as well. So I think it's really very, very appropriate to have her, you know, representing that in our store. So
Well,
I'm
you've
very
done
proud
such an
of it.
incredible job, but I have to ask you one thing. And one of our members recently visited your store, and he purchased for himself some male jewelry, i.e. cufflinks, a tie tag. You have some things like that too, right, for men?
Yes, we do. We do. And we do have 2 more pairs of the tie clip and the cufflinks. And these were actually made in Czech Republic by the Czech jeweler. And she is also using glass to decorate her jewelry. And this is something that has been done in her family for many years. And they just came up with the idea of maybe creating something for men, you know, because jewelry is usually associated with women, with female. But I think the idea of creating the bow ties with for men, you know, with that glass, which is really very spectacular. I mean, the color that he picked, I think, is that dark blue, and they have gentle bubbles in them just when you create the glass. So it was a beautiful piece, and I'm happy that he was very pleased with that.
So when people do call you or know information, and they can ask you, but you do have some of that kind of, you have a couple pair left. Good, good.
Yeah, we have some cufflinks and the clip ties
Great,
too.
great. Well, this is incredible. And, you know, I probably could do I can do my entire Christmas shopping in the store, which I do.
Yes, you do. Thank you.
And because one of the nice things about it, they won't get a duplicate usually. If you get them something in our store, then they'll have it. And I do know that my relatives look forward to it each year.
Good,
So,
good.
they do have-
I'm happy to hear that, because that's the important part, is that the folks who are shopping our store, that they understand that they're supporting the museum. At the same time, I mean, there are so many different you know, facets to the shopping in our stores, to preservation of the tradition.
Yes, yes.
And then, you know, learning about the culture, the tradition, and then keeping something as an heirloom in the family, getting it, you know, for the enjoyment of the family or whoever they love, and or bring somebody, you know, educate them about the culture. So there's so many, you know, aspects of each of the items that we carry in the store, and that's the fun part about it, is to really bring the combination of all of those aspects to folks who are shopping with us. So we really appreciate that.
Well, you've done a great job, and I congratulate you. And if you have any questions about anything, call our museum store. And again, as we preserve our history and celebrate our life as Czechs and Slovaks and non-Czechs and Slovaks, just to celebrate our culture and create the future, you've done it here by all of these wonderful things. So call Andrea Siebenman. She is our store
Or
manager.
our associate
Mandy.
We have store assistant Mandy, and then we have 3 other part-time associates.
And
that
they'll
will be
all
happy
help
to
you.
help.
They'll be happy to help, and give us a call. And again, we'll say, any parting words?
Enjoy your holidays in peace.
Yes, in
Enjoy
world
the
peace.
holidays in peace and in love, and the appreciation for what we have.
Very good. So,
So,
Veseli Vánoce, Veseli Vánoce.
Vesele Vianoce.
Very good, Czech and Slovak. And we'll see you next year on Coffee and Kolache at the National Czech and Slovak Museum and Library in Cedar Rapids, Iowa.
Bye.
Ahoy.